Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at what's coming to Black Library in 2023. Also, this video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so here we have essentially like a what's coming up, a little preview for what to expect from Black Library in 2023. So they did a little live stream, and this is basically just a recap article. So if you want to go through and check out the live stream, I'm sure the audio quality is subpar and it drags on for an extremely long time. Or we just take a look at everything inside right here. So first we have Captain Vitrian Massinius. This year's Black Library Celebration miniature steps straight from the pages of the Dawn of Fire series. It's Captain Vitrian Massinius. All right. So Massinius of the White Consuls cuts a dashing figure, with details you'll recognize from the novel, including the Auramite power fist that was given to him by none other than Rebute Guleman. Alright, so we see a new model here. So pretty intricate detail on the fist. You could tell this fist itself is clearly like the base from the Sanguinary Guard fist, because it's like oversized, especially on this model here. It still looks okay. It's kind of got a little bit of a Commissar Yarrick vibe to it, like with the oversized piece of equipment. And then we see neat little plasma pistol. He's obviously got some cool scars and everything. Nice detail on the model overall. I'm not really familiar with who this guy is or anything, but I have to say, it definitely looks good. Super cool. And I'm sure if you're after this like super abstract chapter, this is probably very, very exciting for you. So pretty neat, little like barbed wire stuff going on the base there. Overall, gotta say, nice model though. I'm sure somebody out there is super excited for this. And then we have Dawn of Fire, the Iron Kingdom. This next installment continues the story of the battle group Praxis as it surges forward with the rest of the Indomitus Crusade. So we have Iron Kingdom, a Dawn of Fire novel. And then here we see a special edition will be coming as well. Really do like the overall look of these special edition ones. This is super neat with the extra like color added in. It doesn't say exactly how many copies, but they're usually somewhere in between like 1,500 and like 3,000 copies signed by the author. All these like good bonuses. So if you are after these special editions, definitely don't want to miss out on them. The Iron Kingdom, a Dawn of Fire novel. A war-weary battle group, Praxis, arrives at the night world of Kamidar, ruled by the Iron Queen Orla, to return the Queen's slain daughter and heir, who died fighting in Guleman's name. In truth, the Imperium's mission here is twofold: to strip Kamidar of the resources in order to resupply the flagging armada, and prepare the Ironhold Protectorate to become part of the defensive Anaxian line, a crucial bulwark to the Indomitus Crusade. With Kamidar having survived many years without the Imperium's aid, what should have been a simple reunion between allies soon become a vicious feud. As division turns loyal souls against one another, the agents of Abaddon move in the shadows, seeking to manipulate this growing rift in their own ends. Can the Imperium bring itself back from the brink before it's too late, or will the hand of Abaddon arise triumphant, halting the Avenging Sun's reclamation in its path? So pretty neat little story right there. I gotta tell you, it's definitely interesting. I didn't know what it was, and now I do, and it sounds cool. And then we have Siege of Terra, the End and the Death. The end is undoubtedly on its way, but typing up a series as sprawling and complex as the Horus Heresy isn't so simple. Volume 1 of The End and the Death will be released in standard edition with the gorgeous art we've already previewed, and as a decadent limited edition bound in faux leather case with an embedded metal emblem, a red ribbon bookmark, gold page edges, full color art, and a map inside. So The End and the Death. So this is the regular edition right here, hardback. And then we see the special edition. So again, super cool. Obviously, very chunky book and everything. Not as cool as the night one we just saw. It does have a pretty cool Siege of like Terra or Terra map right there as well. The past is gone and there is no future. There is only now and there is only war. And the war will burn for as long as there is fuel to feed it. So yeah, very, very cool. The Siege of Terra. The Siege of Terra, Horus Heresy, The End and the Death, Volume 1. There is no way out. The walls have fallen, the gates are breached, and the defenders are slain. It is the end and the death. After several brutal years of civil war, the War Master stands on the verge of victory. Horus Lupercal, once beloved son, has come to murder his father. The Emperor, a shining beacon of hope to many, an unscrupulous tyrant to others, must die. The lives of uncountable numbers have been extinguished, and even Primarchs, once thought immortal, have been laid low. The Emperor's dream lies in tatters, but there remains a sliver of hope. Now, at the final hour of the final day, the Emperor rises. With him come his angel, his praetorian, and his captain, all determined to enact terrible vengeance. Yet, the hope is slim, for the War Master sees all and knows all, and the ultimate victory of chaos is at hand. There is no way out. Very grim, very dark, super cool. And then here's the epic artwork from The End and the Death Volume 2. So this is the very cool final battle between Sanguinius and Horus. And, no spoilers here, but it does not end well for one of them. And then we have the Bad Loon Rising. Next up, there's distinctively madcap vibe descending, while Andy Clark takes time off from clawing at the moon to talk about a new Gits book. So Bad Loon Rising tracks the rise of an unlikely loon boss, Zagrat, and his insatiable thirst for power. So very, very cool art right here. Absolutely love the night goblins. They are absolutely awesome. And then the troll in the background, very cool as well. Or the Troggoth, should I say. So super cool. Bad Loon Rising for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Despite being grifted with superior cunning, Zagrat was born a puny git with gamey leg. As the weakest runt of his tribe, he was always one beating away from the nasty end, until the bad moon bestowed on him a blessing. Now Zagrat wields a clammy hand, and backstabbing tribesmen scurry to his cause, afraid of the vengeances their new boss will inflict with his powerful magic. But for every grot suffocated with noxious fungi, Zagrat stages a magnanimous gesture, for he is all too wary what power is fragile. Yet in his heart boils an obsession to become the most formidable loon boss there ever was. And where better to proclaim his newfound majesty than the gloom-shroud mountain of Muttering Peak? To lay claim to his throne, Zagrat must first evade a sinister coven of wizards that wishes to harness the mountain's power for their own dark designs. But with his razor-sharp mind and a loyal Troggoth at his side, Zagrat's ambitions may not be so daft after all. So cool, I like it. Sounds cool. We're now going back into the grim darkness of the far future with First Founding as introduced by our presenters on the stream. 9 chapters remain loyal to the Emperor this side of the Horus Heresy. Discover the challenges they are wrestling with in the wake of the Cicatrix Maledictum opening. So very cool art once again on this one. Nice looking piece here. Definitely a fan. This is the hardback edition. This intricate tome features background lore and art covering the Loyalists' First Founding chapters. It includes 30 specifically commissioned illustrations, 9 of which are amazing double-page spreads. We have Skarsnik, another little goblin book right here. He's got a little squig buddy this time instead of our last one that had a Troggoth buddy. And then we see the Macarian Crusade, Angel of Fire. That's nice little artwork right there, very cool. And then we see Angels of Darkness by Gav Thorpe. Finally, the Black Library Celebration 2023 will be accompanied by a special paperback anthology that contains 5 stories covering Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer the Horus Heresy, as well as a tale each from Warhammer Horror and Crime. So the Black Library Celebration 2023. It does say free, very large on the front of it. Then we see Cypher, Lord of the Fallen. So we see the actual Cypher hardback edition. And then the special edition cover, again, absolutely awesome. This is very, very cool cover. Absolutely love this artwork. Super cool. Cypher's lore is pretty awesome, too. I am the only one they call Cypher. So, yeah, very neat. Definitely liking the art on this one. Cypher, Lord of the Fallen, as a great rift unfolds in the night sky above Terra, and demons walk upon the birth world of mankind. The Primarch, Rabute Guliman, returns, heralding a dark new age. During the breaking storm, Cypher and his band of Fallen escape from the most secure prison in the Imperium. Now loose in the Imperial Palace, they are hunted by warriors of the Dark Angels, forces of the Adeptus Custodes and Imperial assassins. But what are Cypher's intentions? Can anything or anyone be trusted? Told from Cypher's own unreliable point of view, this tale of truth, lies, and secrets sees one of the Imperium's most mysterious figures make war at its very heart. But what are the true motivations of this Lord of the Fallen? Okay, and then we have The Last Volari. So a little vampire novel right here. Very cool art. Again, I mean, they kill it with the art on this stuff. It's just absolutely amazing. The Last Volari. Nysa Volari is dying. That should be impossible. She's a soul-blight vampire, blessed by Nagash with immortality. She is a survivor, one of the handful of custodes, not dissolved into final death when the Crimson Keep abandoned them a century ago. She is a fighter, whose blades carved a kingdom out of the broken plains of Ashqui. But Nessa's blood is cursed. It destroyed the vampire she called father, and as it threatens to do the same to her, Nissa's allies abandon her. Worse still, an army of zealots led by a brutal priest of Sigmar comes to destroy the vampire lord and claim her birthright. Nissa Volari is dying, but that is impossible because she has spent every moment of her second life refusing to lose. Alright, and then we have Pilgrims of Fire, Adeptus Sororitas. Very, very cool art once again. The Pilgrims of Fire. Of all the devout warriors in the Adeptus Sororitas, none are as renowned or battle-hungry as those from the Order of the Martyred Lady. Yet, while others seek glory in their own martyrdom, Sister Heloise is determined to stay alive so that her death might serve a greater purpose when the God Emperor wills it. Assigned to Fleet Quintus of the Indominus Crusade, Heloise and her sisters follow an ancient route of pilgrimage in an effort to rediscover and liberate the shrine world of Sion, once a sacred bastion of their order. In retracing the steps of St. Catherine herself, their faith will be tested in an extreme as they attempt to uncover what became their sisters stationed in the demon-infested sectors beyond the Cicatrix Maledictum. As their mission lurches from disaster to disaster and the Emperor's voice grows even more silent, the Sisters of Battle must trust in their bolter, blade, and their own unbreakable bonds in order to drive back the darkness of the Imperium Nihilus. Sounds pretty cool. They're doing a great job, marketing these, honestly. And now a quick message from this week's sponsor. This video is sponsored by CMOgames.com, where you can get 15% off most Games Workshop pre-orders, and they go live right at midnight Saturday mornings. CMOgames.com offers free shipping on orders over $25 in the US 48, and most orders ship within 24 hours. CMOgames.com has been selling Games Workshop products online for more than 20 years, and customer service is their top priority. CMOgames.com carries the full line of Games Workshop products, including 40K, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, warcry, paints, hobbies, and tools. Visit CMOgames.com using the affiliate link in the description below so they know you heard about CMOgames.com from Warhammer Man Studios. Now, back to the video. And then Blight Slayer, another one of Gotrek Gurnison's novels. Blight Slayer, Gotrek Gurnison novel. Deep in the wilds of Gairan, a former warrior priest preaches for humanity to reject the gods. The sole survivor of massacred Dawnbringer Crusade, Amara Fidelis, believes that Sigmar has betrayed her. But when she faces execution for such blasphemy, it's only the intervention of a drunken, taciturn, and incredibly violent Duradin that saves her life. Now bound to Goderic Gurnison by this life debt, Amara finds herself caught up in the quest for revenge. But as they become aware of the sorcerer's threat building on the far Rokanin coast, Gotrek and Amara must put aside their own needs for vengeance to confront a terrible danger that could plunge all of Gairan into chaos, and see a deadly aspect of Nurgle's garden manifest in the mortal realms. So very cool, super ominous. And then we see Creed, Ashes of Cadia. So pretty cool. I'm assuming this will be the background and the rise of one Ursula Creed. Creed, Ashes of Cadia. What does it mean to be Cadian after the fall? Ursula Creed has come to terms with the loss of her homeworld. For decades, she has built a glittering career in the furthest reaches of the Imperium, far from the legendary father's shadow. But when unexpected orders arrive from the avenging son himself, Rabute Guliman, the new Lord Castellan realizes that the past may not be ready to let her go. Dispatched into the shattered remains of Cadia in search of Ursukar E. Creed's final battle plans, Ursula finds the planet a hellscape full of deadly secrets. What horrors claim Cadia's corpse as their domain? What became of those left behind? What orders did Creed leave for Cadia when all was lost? And the most troubling of all, how can she succeed where her illustrious father has already fallen? Oh, so neat. Super cool. All right, then we see Armageddon. So very, very cool cover right here. Definitely a fan. Nice looking setup right there. Obviously see a little book series here. Wordbearers collection looks pretty neat here as well. So we see Dark Apostle, Dark Disciple, and Dark... Honestly, cannot make out what the last one is called. So maybe you can let me know in the comments. And then we see a couple more of the Siege of Terra maps right here. Super cool little pieces of art, basically. Come in this awesome, tube and everything. Very impressive. So, So that is it. That's the wrap up for what's coming in 2023 from Black Library. I really like that they have like sort of previewed this so you can kind of know what's coming, get excited, know what to save up your money for, etc. I'm not going to lie, after reading some of those little previews and everything, those snippets, some of these books sound pretty freaking awesome. The artwork is awesome. The story sounds super cool and compelling. I will definitely be reconsidering some of these Black Library books, or considering them going into 2023. Let me know what you're most excited about. Are you a big Black Library reader? Who's your favorite author who you would recommend for someone if they were considering checking these out, or a particular like story or plot hook to go after? Always appreciate hearing back from the community and the firsthand experience. I've found that the collective of all of us together is so much greater than the individual. So it's awesome to have such a great community with so much feedback on so many different wargaming topics. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring this video. Check them out for a special discount using the link down below. Save some money and get free shipping as well. But that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and this is our Black Library 2023 preview. And I'm out of here.